I decided to make this video because I saw recently that in the US, the number one job opportunity that young people want is an influencer or content creator. And it's funny because when I was growing up, all I ever wanted to be was a footballer, right? A sportsman, especially younger boys, all just wanted to be footballers growing up in London, England. And nowadays it's flipped. I feel like the vast majority of younger people want to be content creators, TikTokers, YouTubers, Instagrammers, you name it. But as someone that's been in the game since, well, I made my first YouTube channel back in 2015 when I was barely a teenager. 2020 is when I started to take it semi-seriously. And then 2022 is when I started my main Denin Sankar YouTube channel, which is then gone on to get me my success on YouTube, gaining 20,000 subscribers and earning a 5-figure a month income from it. And someone that's been in the content creation game, I think it's interesting because it seems so glamorous from the outset, making videos for a living, entertaining people, educating people for a living. But as someone that's in the game, it is not as straightforward and easy as it seems. Content creation is draining. So in this video, I wanted to highlight the raw truth behind content creation, things that nobody seems to tell you because it all just seems so glamorous from the outset, right? Number one, content creation is a hustle. It is a grind. If you want to be a content creator, realize that every single other person basically wants to be one too. You open up Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, there'll be someone posting content on there, someone brand new every single day. Everyone wants to make it. And the truth is, unfortunately, not everyone can make it. Now, how you differentiate yourself from the pack is number one, you have to be skilled in one way or another. I wouldn't say create content if you have nothing to talk about. If you're not interesting, if you have no skill set, why are you creating content? The people that are successful, they're successful for one of two reasons. Number one, they're successful, or number two, they're entertaining. Or to be honest, hopefully they're both, right? So there's some people I watch on YouTube, not because I'm going to learn anything from them, just because they're super entertaining. I find them funny to watch. It's a good time watching them, right? There's other people that I don't find really entertaining, but very educating. I'll watch it if I want to learn something. Then there's a blend of the both, right? Valuetainment, as they say. So if you're looking at yourself right now and you don't think you're really that funny and you don't really have anything to talk about, you don't have a skill, you don't have a passion for something, content creation isn't really for you and you won't really be successful, to be honest. In a market that's so saturated, to be successful, to stand out, you have to have an edge one way or another. My edge going into YouTube was my skill set on how to grow on social media, particularly through TikTok, as that is how I first made money online. That was my edge to enter into the market. And I used that to my advantage because it wasn't very saturated when I started out. Now, a lot of people are jumping onto it, but that's okay. That's part of the game. That's part of social media. It's very rare you're going to find something unsaturated. And if it's that successful, it's going to stay unsaturated. Very rarely happens. There's going to be people that jump onto it. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is you find a lane that works for you. You find your own niche. You find where you are going to excel. What makes you happy? What's content that you think you would be good at making and people would enjoy to watch? That is the main thing. Don't just start it because everyone else is starting it. You have to have a sort of idea as to what you want to do, right? But that's not the only thing. When you create content at the start, it will be slow. Very rarely are you going to blow up instantly. It does not happen. It does. There will be one case in a million. It's like hitting a lottery. Content creation is the lottery. You create a piece of content, there's a 0.0001% chance it gets a million views, let's say. Now, you could post that first piece of content and it gets a million views. That's just that lottery hit with that very first piece of content. But the truth is, it's going to take a very long time. If you head over to my Dennis Sankar YouTube channel, I posted maybe 140 videos, 150 videos. It took me getting to about 100 videos before I made any sort of real progress, to be honest with you. Those first 50, 60, 70 videos, I don't think I was even in the YouTube partner program, meaning I was not getting paid a cent for posting content at all in my first 18 months of starting the channel. I started in May 2022. I only really got monetized in 2024, January. So that's 18 months of posting content without getting paid a cent by YouTube. So it is a hustle. It is a grind. It's not something you start thinking you're going to get immediate returns from it. It is going to be a slow burner. But that's the rewarding part, right? Because once you create content, you're creating digital real estate. It's like on the street, right? You have shops and if the shop owner owns that shop, anyone that comes in and purchases something, the shop owner gets money. That's their little bit of real estate in their city, on that road, right? With content creation, you've got real estate, but it's digital real estate. And digital real estate is infinite. There's no land. There's no finite amount of land that you can post content on. There is millions of accounts and there can be billions of accounts if there needs to be, right? Because the online space is infinite. There's so much space going on. And your little place, your little theme page, or your little personal brand is one little island in a massive, expanding, infinite space, which is social media. So how do you make your little island stand out? Right? You start building plots of land on there. Each video you post is another house. It grows the population. With 100 videos, you've got 100 houses, 100 people in your little island. You start growing it, then you start to build an empire. That's how you need to view content creation. If you've only got one person living on your island, no one wants to come live there. When you've got 50 people, 100 people, you now got a school, you've got houses, you've got a hospital, etc. Now suddenly your island looks more inhabitable. That's like your channel. That's like your page on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, etc. You need to make it seem polished and it needs to flourish, and that's going to take time. It's going to take loads and loads of pieces of content. And even then, that's not the biggest part about social media. The biggest part about content creation and social media is how draining it can be. And I don't want to put anyone off, because I genuinely love the business model I've decided to pursue, which is social media. But boy, is it draining. There is no stop. I call it a treadmill, right? A treadmill, you walk on it, it goes underneath and it comes back on, so you have to keep walking. The treadmill does not stop. That is posting content. I could finish a video, there's no time to relax. I know in 3-4 days time, I need another video to post. That's scripting, that's recording, that's editing, that's thumbnail design, that is everything, SEO research, keyword research, everything that goes into making a video. Now, obviously, as I've been able to progress, I've been able to hire people that can do that side for me. I've got a thumbnail designer, a video editor, short form editor, etc. Of course. But when you're starting out, it's all you. It's you, yourself, and I. And it is draining to do that over and over again, to work so hard posting a video, 18, 20 hours. You post a video, it gets 10, 20 views. Then you have to get yourself up to do it all over again. It's like revising 20 hours for a test to get an F. You're sitting there thinking, why do I even bother? And that is a draining part to content creation. Doing that over and over again, non-stop working at it. Have you got the resilience and the resistance to go through those barriers, to post content? And look, Instagram, TikTok is less draining, I feel, because you don't have to take a long time producing the content like YouTube long form, which does take a very long time. But even that comes with its own challenges, because you've got the demand of posting daily when it comes to those platforms. So don't forget that when it comes to content creation and social media, it is an ongoing thing. It isn't a business model you can just stop. You've got to be at it all the time. When a video is done, you've got to be thinking, where's the next video? Where's the video after that? It's not something you just sit there, post a video and go, okay, relax time for a month or 2 months. Certain creators can do that, but they can do that because they've built up their channel to a state where they've got enough forward momentum, where they can afford to post once every 2 months and make enough money from it. But when you're starting out, when you're a smaller channel, to make decent enough income from it, you need to be posting very frequently. Twice a week YouTube, daily, I'd be honest, if it's short form content creation, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And then we move on to the final point when it comes to content creation. And this is a point that's really developed recently, I'd say in the last couple of years. And it's come off the back of a lot of people in the content creation space going down the making money route of creating content, right? Educating people how they can make money online, which I think is a good niche. I really love the fact that nowadays anyone can get rich. And why can anyone get rich? Because the information is valuable online. Back in the day, right, let's say before phones, the internet existed, the only way you would get rich really is by having the right mentor to teach you, to guide you, because I think we can all agree, school does not teach you how to get rich, not at all, right? I don't learn how to make money through school. It did not happen, right? But how I did learn was from reading books, listening to podcasts, watching videos, watching courses, online material freely available on the internet, right? And I think that's a beautiful thing. And the fact more people are entering this making money space, I think it's only a good thing. The problem is a lot of people that enter the space do it with the wrong intentions, and it kills the whole vibe. And what do I mean by this? People enter the making money online space purely to profit themselves. And that is the wrong thing to do. Now, there is nothing wrong with making money, especially through YouTube, social media, whatever. I have no problem with that. Consultants charge for their services. If you've got a genuine skill, you should be able to charge for your services. I have no problem with that whatsoever. The problem is that social media fundamentally is a free platform. And YouTubers, especially YouTubers, alongside TikTokers, Instagrammers, etc., but YouTubers especially, because I know how draining it can be to make long-form content, it is one of the most philanthropic industries you can get into. The amount of videos I've created with nothing in return, I'm talking before I even entered the YouTube Partner Program, creating content, educating people how to make money online, how to get into university, etc., not getting paid a single cent, right? Philanthropic, doing it for absolutely free. All I maybe asked for in return was for someone to subscribe to my channel so it could grow and it could attract more of an audience. That was it, right? And a lot of people, that was what YouTube was when it first began. There was none of this partner program or anything like that. People made YouTube videos for the fun of it because they enjoyed it. Now, as YouTube obviously became more of a money-making business where people can actually make money from it, people started to enter the space and they started to realize, I can profit from this. I can sell courses. Now, is there anything fundamentally wrong with selling courses? I don't think so. Courses get a bad rep. Why are you paying for the knowledge, etc.? Why are you paying from gurus? And I understand why, because you've probably watched one or two courses that are really bad. And I can't speak for every YouTuber when I say that courses should come with the right intention, of course, but not everyone's going to be that way. And of course, there are going to be some courses that are a scam. Absolutely. But I don't think fundamentally selling courses is a bad thing. And the other rhetoric I hear all the time is people saying, oh, if you're making so much money from it, you would be gatekeeping it. You wouldn't be teaching other people how to do the same thing. And I'm going to dispel this myth as well. And I can't speak for everyone, but I'm going to speak from my own viewpoint. Now, back in 2022, when I first made money online, it was through TikTok theme pages. I was running theme pages. I had a football theme page, an NBA theme page, a motivational theme page, all on the go at once. My motivational theme page got to over 500,000 followers within 6 months of starting out. It was getting 100,000 new followers every single month. It was making money through the creator fund, through brand sponsorships, through affiliates, etc. It was making decent money, especially as a teenager. I was making good money on the platform, on TikTok. And silly me being a teenager, seeing the money enter my bank account, thought it would last forever. I thought, okay, I'm making the money now. That's it. I'm going to be rich forever. I'm going to live off it. It didn't end up that way. No business lasts forever. And I learned a very valuable lesson. That account got banned for unoriginal content, right? And I lost everything. Now, what I learned from that is to always diversify your incomes. Now, let's say I'm earning $50,000 a month through TikTok. Let's say I am. Now, I could be earning $50,000 a month through TikTok, but if that's the only way I am making money, that is very dangerous because all it takes is TikTok to get banned or my account to get banned and I'm straight down to zero. Now, what I would do instead, me personally, what I have been doing is teaching people how to make money. If you teach someone how to make money and you grow up a YouTube personal brand, you can have a community mentorship program where you can actually teach people directly. Yes, you're helping other people make money through your making money space, but what that does is diversify my income streams. Does that make a lot of sense? And a lot of YouTubers need to understand this. A lot of people that criticize course sellers and community sellers need to understand this as well. It's not always just a cash grab. Now, for some people it will be, but I'm speaking from my perspective. It is about diversifying incomes and appreciating that, yes, of teaching other people how to make money as well will hinder myself because I'm bringing in competition, but it means I can diversify my own income assets. I would rather make 20 grand through TikTok and 20 grand through YouTube than 50 grand through TikTok. Because at least that means I'm safer. If one goes down, at least I've got the other one that can at least give me some 20 grand. It won't be the full 50, but at least I'm making 2/5 of that through another side hustle. Does that make sense? Diversification is so important. So I realized, look, I can gatekeep everything I know about social media, everything I know about TikTok. Of course I can. Or I can teach other people what I know about TikTok and what I know about social media and making money online so that they can help themselves make money online. In return, I can build up a YouTube audience. I can obviously make money through other ways through my YouTube channel, have a mentorship program, and of course, still make money on the side through the original side hustles I've got as well. I'm diversifying my income streams. And as a YouTuber, you need to think like that as well. You need to always think, how can I diversify? How can I make money in more than one way? And that is when you start to view YouTube and content creation in general as a business, not just creating content, as a business. How can you make money from it? Now, I don't say as a business in a way that's a deterrent or in a way that's a cash grab, but understanding that it is a way you can make money from it. I do view my social media as a business. I've got employees. I've got people that work for me. I've got a copywriter. I've got a thumbnail designer, video editor, etc. These are all people that help me grow my personal brand, grow my YouTube out like an empire, like a business, right? And you've got to view it the same way, especially when starting out. Because I did not think about all of this when starting out on my channel. Especially, I wish I knew this when I had my 500,000 page on TikTok. Because I would have rinsed all of this. I would have absolutely rinsed it. I would have rinsed as many monetization opportunities as I could have. I would have created a way to actually mentor people directly through my TikTok page. But I didn't think about that at the time. But obviously, it's lessons you learn as you go along. I'm 22 years old now. Probably when I'm 25, I'll have far more lessons than when I was 19 starting that account as well. So it's one of those things. But I just thought I'd make this video to showcase the thoughts and perspectives of someone in the content creation game, someone that's been in YouTube and content creation basically as their way to make money online, and just giving some thoughts and feelings as to what it's really like, how it can be not as glamorous as it's seen from the outset, but also how you can also view it as a business, right? Because YouTubers get a lot of slack. We get a lot of people complaining, a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're just selling courses, you're just selling this, you're selling that." I don't even really have a course. I have a community membership. But a lot of people say that, right? And it just makes me cringe sometimes because as YouTubers, we are some of the most philanthropic people on this planet. Like we give away so much knowledge for free. Imagine you going to a consultant and saying, asking for all this free stuff. They'd be like, get out of here, man. You got to pay for my services. But when it comes to YouTube, we give away so much for free in videos that when we then provide some monetization opportunities, you look like a cash grab. Does it make sense from my perspective, what I'm trying to say? But look, that shouldn't hinder anyone getting started. Of course, content creation is a fantastic business model. I don't regret whatsoever getting into this as my line of business. And if I was starting today, absolutely, I would get into social media as well. There's so many great business models out there, and social media is one of them. But hopefully in this video and these 12 minutes I've spoken, you got a bit more of an understanding as to what it's really like to be a YouTuber, a content creator, because I've been someone that's been in the game for half a decade, definitely. If you count my first ever YouTube channel, basically 10 years now. As always, you are the only person that can make it happen, but you are also the only person that can mess it all up.